Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the planet Earth's most relevant newscast. Broadcasting from Sector 17G in the southwestern corner of the Milky Way galaxy, we present to you a program that is a strange combination of newsworthy and non-newsworthy. Funny at times and extremely non-funny at others. Ladies and gentlemen, Earthlings and Mooners, may we present to you Valemount Live.
Welcome to the 16th episode of Valemount Live, and the first episode of this new decade of love, peace, and harmony. Anchor Coulter Beeson is taking the night off, but I am joined by my able assistant, Jody Newham. Welcome to the show, Jody.
Thanks, Anne-Marie, and that's co-anchor. It's a pleasure to be here in this new decade of joy, love, and harmony.
How was your time off?
Well, it's hard to believe that weeks ago I was lost in the Mexican desert, living in a cave, eating bugs and twigs to survive. It really made me think about what's important in life.
I hadn't heard.
I was doing a story on the Mexican drug wars and ended up in the crossfire.
How nice. Now, with the news. We have a decent to middling newscast for you today, folks.
That's not true. It's actually quite good, but don't get used to it. It's hard to keep up this pace.
We begin with a report on the assessed value of land in Valemount. Yes, despite no jobs, no industry, and a bleak economic forecast, land values in our tiny village continue to rise, ensuring that anyone who wanted to live and work here could never afford a home.
Also, we bring you a late-breaking report on the robbery at the Valemount Pharmacy.
A second break-in? That's outrageous.
No, it's the December 27th break-in, but Andrew asked me to pimp it up as if it were breaking news.
We have a special tourism reporter who offers up a scathing critique of Valemount's tourism offerings.
Foreign correspondent Zachary Schneider submits his recent report from the southern resort continent that everybody's raving about.
And we have a fantastic documentary crafted with the financial assistance of the Columbia Basin Trust about a local painter, musician, and composer, David Norwell.
But let's begin with the most exciting. Let's talk about land values and their relationship to our taxes.
Andrew McCracken spoke to Lonnie Miller, Interim Chief Administrative Officer at the Village Office, to get a handle on how the assessed value of your home will affect your taxes, and what, if any, tax increases you can expect this year.
So what I see to be the concerns of a lot of residents today is the assessment value. They've just received their notices, and the average increase for Valemount is 26%. The council will the next couple of months set the budget, and the budget will then determine how many tax dollars council needs. Let's say, for example, that there's no increase in the total tax dollars. That means that the average homeowner with a 26% increase in assessment values will not pay more in taxes.
Is it possible that we would see a 25% increase in taxes?
No. I really would not, from what I know of this council, would not see them taking on any big projects. I believe this council, past councils for the village of Valemount have been very accurate, very conscientious, and have tried to keep the tax dollars down as best possible. And they've been very prudent in keeping the operating costs down. However, sometimes there is a cost for that, and we see that more recently now with people expressing concerns on snow removal, and it's not some people's liking, it's not good enough, and that's a level of service that council needs to address and deal with. But even if they do increase the service levels, there should never be, I wouldn't think, a 25% increase in taxes at any one time. I would suggest possibly a 2, 3, 4% sometimes.
It's important to note that council has not yet set their budget, so whether there will be a tax increase is not yet known. If you're concerned about increased taxes, there will be a process for public input on the budget in the coming months.
We also spoke to Cal Benson, a deputy assessor with BC Assessment in Prince George, about the effect that the downtown revitalization did or did not have on the assessment.
Based on your experience, do you think we can expect that the downtown revitalization program will have an effect on housing values?
That's difficult to say. I'm not sure of the full impact of what you're doing with the downtown revitalization. I've seen them happen in Prince George and in Vanderhoof, and there really hasn't been anything that we've been able to pinpoint as being as a result of the downtown revitalization. There are so many things that influence real estate market, and there's the economy, and there's so many things that play on it. It's really hard when a number of things occur at the same time as to know what the real effect of that is.
Right.
We deal with facts, and those are sale prices, and
Valemount has so little going for it economically. The industry is all but shut down. There's so few jobs here and other things. What you're saying is that's not going to play a role in determining house values unless that begins to affect housing sales.
Regardless of the economy, those prices are what is actually occurring, and that's what we have to reflect. Those are our terms of reference.
Is there recourse for people who feel that their house has been overvalued?
They should phone our office. It could be that we've made a mistake and we'd like to review it again. If they're not satisfied with the answers that we give them, then they can file an appeal, and it has to be received or mailed by February the 1st. Before you do appeal, give us a call, because we want to be transparent and we want to discuss, and if we find that we've made something in error, then it can save you a lot of problem. We don't want to put you through something that can be easily resolved.
Here's the kicker. While you may have seen your assessment rise 25% since last year, Benson said that property values have actually dropped over the last year. Assessment increases were artificially held down in 2008 because the provincial government enacted legislation to protect homeowners. Without this protection, property values would have increased by 40% last year.
What?
From BC Assessment's perspective, housing prices in Valemount have dropped between 2008 and 2009 by about 15%. Let's listen to Benson explain.
Let's.
For most people, the change in assessment is actually for 2 years of market value change. In last year, if the values had gone to the roll value as of July the 1st, 2008, it would have been around the 40% range increase. Whereas those didn't, because they stayed at the value as of July the 1st, 2007. So now, we're looking at a 25% increase from 2007 to now. But if it had been the difference between 2008 and now, it probably would have